Good morning to everyone. I, Miss Sheetal Santosh Mishra, will be presenting on the topic Knowledge, Attitude, Practice related to diabetic retinopathy among diabetic patients. Aim. The aim of my study is to document CAP patterns of diabetic patient about diabetes mellitus and diabetic retinopathy to determine association between them and to identify the barriers of compliance with follow-up and treatment regimens. Objectives. The objectives of the study are to gain understanding about the knowledge, attitude, practice towards diabetes mellitus and diabetic retinopathy, to assess the difference in the knowledge with comparison to the educational, social and economic status of the participants, to understand the factors for poor knowledge, practice and negative attitude of the patients. Introduction. What is diabetes mellitus? Diabetes mellitus is a heterogeneous group of metabolic disorders characterized by hyperglycemia with disturbance of carbohydrates, fats and protein metabolism, which results from the defect in insulin secretion, insulin action or both. Types of diabetes. There are three types of diabetes. First is prediabetes. Prediabetes is a condition in which blood glucose levels are too high to be considered normal but not high enough to be labeled as diabetes. The fasting blood sugar level of a normal individual is less than 100 mg per dl. That of prediabetes is 100 to 125 mg per dl. And for diabetes, that is either type 1 or type 2, will be 126 mg per dl or high. Type 1 diabetes is formally called as insulin dependent diabetes or juvenile onset diabetes. Type 2 is called formally called as non-insulin dependent diabetes or adult onset diabetes. Diabetic retinopathy. In general term, diabetic retinopathy refers to the leakage of blood vessels in the retina. It is of two types, mainly classified as two types, that is NPDR, which means non-proliferative diabetic retinopathy. It is defined as the presence of one or more microaneurysms, hemorrhages and flash or hard exudates. Next is PDR, which means proliferative diabetic retinopathy. It is defined as any new vessels, hybrid proliferation, pre-retinal hemorrhage, vitreous hemorrhage or photocoagulation scar. The widely used classification is by Early Treatment Diabetic Retinopathy Study, that is ETDRS, the modified Early-House classification. The benefits of this study are to understand the factors of poor knowledge, practice and negative attitude, the correlation between participants' socioeconomic status and educational qualification. The study will lead to the following: to create awareness about diabetes and diabetic retinopathy, which is important for preventing sight-threatening complication, to assess behavioral pattern regarding eye examination in urban population, association between socioeconomic status and educational qualification, which will help us to understand the barriers for the regular and treatment regimen. Level of awareness can lead us for more upcoming strategies for awareness of the complication. These are the review of literatures. Material and methodology. This research project is a questionnaire-based cross-sectional study done in a tertiary eye care center. The study design was questionnaire-based cross-sectional study. Study period was July 2019 to March 2020. Study site was Mumbai Eye Care Cornea and LASIK Center and Sri Ramakrishna Nethralaya. The sample size used in the study was 302 patients. Inclusion criteria: diabetic patients on treatment with oral hyperglycemic agents and insulin. Exclusion criteria: children under age of 18 years, patient who did not understand English, Hindi, Marathi languages, mentally challenged patient, patient with hazy media in both eyes, patient with retinal vein occlusion and ocular ischemic syndrome in one or both eyes. Data collection. The data collection in the study was performed solely on the basis of self-administered questionnaire. Data was collected during a single instance. No examination or invasive procedures were performed on the subject as a part of the study. Questionnaire construction. The questionnaire was formulated and validated by N.K. Srinivasan et al. For the study Diabetes and Diabetic Retinopathy, Knowledge, Attitude, Practice (CAP) among diabetic patients in a tertiary eye care. We took the permission of Dr. Sheeja Susan John, Professor, Department of Ophthalmology, Christian Medical College, Tamil Nadu, India. After the consent and permission from the original author of the questionnaire, we administered same for our study in our subject. We also took permission for the construction and validation of questionnaire in Marathi language. Results. Among 302 patients, the age group criteria consist the higher percentage of 37.42 which were from 61 to 70 age group. From the figure 2, the gender distribution, 57.28% were male, whereas from the figure 3, 99.66% were from Mumbai. As per the educational qualification, 26.82% were graduated. As per the socioeconomic status, 35.43% were under upper middle class, whereas the classification of retinopathy status, 83.44% were having the absence of retinopathy, whereas 16.55% were having presence of retinopathy. From the table 1, that is CAP regarding diabetes, from 302 patient, good knowledge was assessed in 28.80%, whereas poor knowledge was assessed in 71.19%. Good practice pattern was seen in 71.19%, whereas poor practice pattern was seen in 28.80%. Positive attitude was seen in 4.96%, whereas negative attitude was seen in 95.03%. From the table 2, CAP regarding diabetic retinopathy, the knowledge assessed was only in 73 patients, as only 73 patients were aware of diabetic retinopathy. So good knowledge was found in 67.12%, whereas poor knowledge was found in 32.87%. Practice pattern was assessed in all the study sample size, that is 302, wherein good practice pattern were seen in 17.54%, whereas poor practice pattern was seen in 82.45%. Attitude was found positive in 72.30%, whereas negative attitude was found in 27.69%. Attitude was assessed only in 65 patients, as in 8 patients had not done their prior examination. From the table 3, association of knowledge of diabetes mellitus with good attitude towards diabetes mellitus, we found that the odds of the patient with good knowledge of diabetes mellitus having positive attitude towards diabetes mellitus were 5.87 times those of patient with poor knowledge after adjusting with socioeconomic status, educational status, duration of diabetes, gender and education. The p-value is 0.001, which was statistically significant. From the table 4, association of knowledge of diabetes with practice regarding diabetic retinopathy. The odds of the patient with good knowledge of diabetes mellitus having good practice pattern regarding diabetic retinopathy were 9.20 times those with poor practice pattern after adjusting for educational status and socioeconomic status and retinopathy status. The p-value found was less than 0.001, which was statistically significant. From the table 5, that is association of awareness of diabetic retinopathy with practice regarding diabetic retinopathy, we found the odds of patient with awareness of diabetic retinopathy having good practice pattern regarding diabetic retinopathy were 4.32 times those of patient who were unaware. After adjusting for educational status and retinopathy status, the p-value found was less than 0.001, which was statistically significant. The barriers found for the compliance with regular checkup was the most common barrier found was checking sugar level with glucometer at home is sufficient. Whereas in table 7, barriers to compliance with periodic eye checkup, the most common barrier found was had good vision and did not feel the need for checkup. Discussion. Patient included in the study were 302, from which 28.80% in the study had good knowledge about diabetes. In similar study conducted by N.K. Srinivasan et al., P.K. Rani et al. Reported 42% and 49.9% respectively. We found 4.96% in our study having good positive attitude towards diabetes, wherein similar study by M.K. Nivasan et al. Found positive attitude in 29.2%. In our study, among 302 patients, 46.03% were aware that eyes could be affected by diabetes, but only 24.17% were aware of diabetic retinopathy as a ocular complication. In similar study by N.K. Srinivasan et al. And Dandona R. et al. Have also reported poor awareness of diabetic retinopathy, that is 17.01% and 27% respectively. In our study, 67.12% were aware of diabetic retinopathy, had good knowledge of diabetic retinopathy. In similar study by N.K. Srinivasan et al. Reported poor knowledge of diabetic retinopathy, that is 26.5%. Among 87 patients with good knowledge of diabetes, only 42.53% had good knowledge of diabetic retinopathy, whereas 39.08% were not even aware of diabetic retinopathy. Strategies to educate patient about this potentially blinding complication of diabetes should be evolved. We can educate patient at every point when they come in contact with the healthcare practitioners, like general practitioner, physician, optometrist, ophthalmologist. We should make aware about diabetic retinopathy among the diabetic patient. Health education measures should be implemented at all levels of healthcare. Health education through mass media, posters, pamphlets, screening camps like of retinopathy on special day like World Optometry Day, World Sight Day, World Diabetic Day can be performed. Conclusion of the study: early detection and timely intervention can help in preventing sight-threatening complication of diabetic retinopathy. Lack of knowledge, poor attitude and poor practice level were found among patients in the study. Lack of knowledge concerning the need for screening for diabetic retinopathy was found in major barrier. Limitations: small sample size. Some diabetic patient might not have given the right information about their monthly income, this being a sensitive issue. These are the references. Thank you.